Alright, I think I made it. This is going live earlier than I thought. I thought it was going to be 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. 6:45 though. So I don't know, unless there's like a pre-event thing. I don't think so. I think it's just they're premiering the gameplay. Just straight up. But oh, Elden Ring. Finally, we're going to see some like extensive gameplay. And as someone who recently really got into Souls games, I'm really keeping my eyes peeled for this one. But yeah, I see I'm not alone in the awe sentiment. But yeah, also I've said this in previous streams, I am not a morning person. It is 6:40 in the morning for me. And maybe for a lot of you as well, and I don't jive at that hour. So I'm barely functioning right now. But I figured, I don't know, it'll be more fun to do it this way. Just check it out live. Oh, we got a super chat here. Cyanide says, and also who's a member. Thanks for that, by the way. So excited to see gameplay. Thanks for all the content you put out. Yeah, of course, anytime. Yeah, this one is just Elden Ring. You know, it's just we've been waiting for this for a while, and we've already seen kind of what the engine looks like, and it looks a lot like. It definitely looks like they used the the Sekiro, Dark Souls engine, but the art design, the art style, the art direction is kind of mind blowing. Malvado says, this game is gonna make you mad. You'll break your stuff over and over again. I don't know. I feel like at this point I've gotten kind of pretty proficient at Souls games. I've played through Sekiro. I beat Sekiro first, and then I became addicted. I went back and played Dark Souls 1. I actually didn't beat 2 because I just didn't like it. Not that it was too hard or anything. I don't know. It was just not my type of game. And then 3 I beat. Bloodborne, I'm waiting for a 60 frames per second patch. Like, I've intentionally held off on that because it's hard to go back to 30 FPS Souls-like gameplay after you've already experienced 60 FPS. And with rumors that, there are remasters in the works, I'm gonna wait for that. But thank you, Christian Rise, for the generous contribution. Sekiro 2 says, computer, I did Yami. Oh my god, I personally would love a sequel to Sekiro. I love that parry-based gameplay. Which I know I don't know. I think saying Sekiro is my favorite Souls game is an unpopular opinion, or for a lot of people it's usually like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, But of the Souls games, for me personally, Sekiro was the one that really stood out for me. Just the enemy designs were incredible and fearsome. Let's see if I can actually. Let's refresh this. The event's starting soon. Oh, we got some super chats. Matt H, you excited for Hawkeye and Book of Boba? I'm especially excited for Book of Boba. That's one that I'm really looking forward to. The Hawkeye one seems okay too. Nothing against it, but Boba Fett just needs a redemption from the chump way he went out in episode 6. So to finally get that is actually kind of exciting, and given the role that they've been. Oh. Hold on. Wow. Alright. Can you guys hear me? Okay. There we go. Yeah, this came out really loud. Oh no, don't touch that. Ugh. Alright. We're set. So they're doing a countdown, which is interesting. I wonder if there's anything happening before 7 p.m. or if we're just getting the 50 minutes gameplay straight up right now. So here we go. Oh, here we go. Mother... Alright. God damn it, I'm choking my water. What the fuck? Oh, man. I could have woken up a little later. It's not even like a pre-stream event. It's just a timer. Son of a... No, God. Okay, I guess we'll hang out for a bit. Yeah, clip that one. God damn it. I need some water. Alright. I guess, you know, hey, we've been waiting a couple years. I guess we can wait 13 minutes longer. What's 13 minutes compared to however long we've waited? Let's see. Super chat. Edward King. Man, this chat. Amused by this recent development. You've seen the reviews for Forza Horizon 5. Tons of 10 out of 10s. I'm so excited. Wonder if you got a chance to play it yet. I did get a review copy for it, but dude, I got it really late because of just some miscommunication, and I haven't just my scheduling hasn't worked out for that. But I've seen the reviews come out for it, and I'm excited to dive in because it just seems like, you know, they took the open world racing game genre and just went with it, you know? Really just went all out visually, audio, and the gameplay. It seems to be the best Forza yet, you know? Frozen Corpse 490, thank you very much for your generous contribution. Taz, they played us like a damn fiddle! Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Give it back! We waited, damn it! Kyle Cooper, I'm looking forward to hearing the boss soundtracks in Elden Ring. Yeah, me too. The boss soundtracks are always... I mean, we're already, I guess, hearing a glimpse of the soundtrack. You know, in a cleaner audio format. You know, no dialogue or sound effects in the background. It's just pure audio. I hope I don't get copyright struck or copyright claim for this. Let's see. Where was I? Kyle Cooper, I'm looking forward to hearing the boss soundtracks in Elden Ring. Soul soundtracks are always very good. Great to listen to while studying. While studying? Wow. Yeah, you really get that sense of dread of impending doom while you're studying with Soul's music on. But no, I know what you mean. Studying becomes a lot easier when your brain's a little more engaged through music that you really enjoy. I've definitely done that. Who hasn't? Wayne Langley, not the final countdown. Be-do, poo-poo. Alright, that's a lot. But yeah, I hopefully this isn't just a countdown for another countdown. Because that would be devastating. But nah, they said 7 p.m. So I guess it's my bad for expecting them to go earlier than 7 p.m. But at least this gives us more time to actually, you know, chill and hang out. But I think a lot of people were hoping that, you know, immediately when the video goes live is when they'd actually show some gameplay, or that they'd have a pre-show, but nope. High Tier Nup says, I want to see that skill tree. I heard rumors about it. Yeah, the skill tree. This is now a... You know, I don't want to say... You know, that Dark Souls games have never been open world, but it's been more of like a maze-like world, you know, where everything kind of interconnects, and it's this maze almost that you can... If you know how to weave your way around, you can get from one place to another easily. This is more of like a sandbox type of open world. You know, less corridors and all these things that are interconnected, and more like actual open spaces. And in this open space, you got individual map areas that are self-contained, I guess, maze-like levels that are more akin to, I guess, traditional Souls, and you hop from one to the other, right? That's how it's gonna work. And yeah, you kind of need, and Sekiro already dabbled into skills and all that stuff. So, this being an open world environment, I think, you know, like a skill tree might suit this type of game really well. So, yeah, I'm curious to see about that too, and just how flexible the character progression is, the kinds of builds you can make. Andre Molkahi says, what do you think of that NVIDIA leak? Also love your content. Well, thank you, and I guess my question would be, what NVIDIA leak? I don't know which one you're referring to. Let's see, Cyanide says, you deserve this after the troll job they just did, LOL. I'm also not a morning person. Well, we can bask in the morning air longer as we await this countdown, which is currently 8 minutes away. Gladiator asks, do you think games like Elden Ring still will exist under a socialist government? I argue games will reach new levels of greatness under a workers' party. I'm not sure how that ties into like the existence of games like Elden Ring. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Anyway, F4 Wildcat gameplay reveal when I'm working. Darn. I hope we see spears or javelins as weapons. Umbasa. I'm sure we will. Yeah, like Souls games have had, you know, spears or javelin-like weapons, if I recall. Right? So I don't see why that's, especially given how much more expansive Elden Ring is. Its, you know, open worldness and its attempt to give players agency over their builds. You know, I imagine the weapon variety will also be pretty significant. That's always been the case for Souls games, other than, you know, like Sekiro, which is, you know, your samurai sword, and that's the main thing you're mastering. In other Souls games, you know, you have a wide variety of different choices, and it'd be strange if Elden Ring didn't do that. It's in the DNA of From Software games. Sugar McSweets. The hardest part of Elden Ring will be trying to play and enjoy it while you have tears of joy in your eyes. Yeah, I cannot wait to review this one. This game's not too far away. But, I mean, it's February next year, but I'm glad they're doing the network test now. The fact that they're doing this a couple months earlier than launch date says to me that, you know, this is definitely, there's definitely room for, assuming there's, you know, a lot of technical issues with the network test that they recently announced. You know, they're gonna have plenty of time to fix that stuff, so it's good that they're doing the test now and you know, not taking risks by hosting a beta like a couple weeks before launch. Let's see. High Tier Nub says probably a Breath of the Wild under a dark fantasy lens. Lamau. I don't know, based on the trailer we've seen, this one definitely doesn't feel quite as Breath of the Wild-y. Breath of the Wild, there's almost its own genre of open world, you know, with the gliding and, you know, just certain key elements. Like Genshin Impact definitely borrowed from the Breath of the Wild open world subgenre, if you will. And, you know, just because something's open world doesn't mean it's Breath of the Wild, because, you know, Breath of the Wild was certainly not the first open world game. It just did open world gameplay really well, you know, that sense of exploration. And I'm curious as to, yeah, how guided you are in Elden Ring in this open world, how much you can just, like, start exploring and find side quests along the way and stuff. Like, how much of an open world game is this? How much is the progression tied to the developers, you know, telling you to go from point A to point B to point C, or you just being able to do things in whatever order you want? this music was already sounding dreadful, you know what I mean? And I say that as a compliment, because that's what you want from Dark Souls music, is that sense of dread. Dason Dory, are you ready for more obtuse and obscure quest lines? Never forget the insanity of the Lord of Shadows of Dark Souls 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's... that's a trademark feature of these Dark Souls games. And people will figure it out. No doubt I'm gonna miss a bunch in my first playthrough, but, you know, we'll get there. But yeah, I don't know, that stuff makes the game more interesting. The fact that there are certain little secrets hidden, that, you know, once you discover and play through, it just gives you that sense of excitement, because you're like, oh shit, I didn't know this was here. And all that hidden stuff just, I don't know, makes the game more replayable, I guess. And I know, like, Sekiro, for example, had, like, 4 endings, and unlocking the best ending, you know, there is a process to it. Some of it very kind of obtuse and secret-y. But it did encourage me to replay the game. I beat Sekiro 3 times. I have to get my 4th ending, I guess, still. But let's see. Wayne Langley, will we be seeing an updated jump mechanic? There is jump in this game. There is a dedicated jump button, like in Sekiro. And given this is, again, a more sandbox-like open world, I guess it makes sense to have that. Though curious as to how, you know, that ties into the overall gameplay, the core gameplay mechanics. Siddhant Banerjee says, since this game is getting more mainstream casual attention than other From games, do you expect more easy mode criticisms from non-From gamers? Sure, I guess that's a possibility, but, you know, for me, regardless of whether Elden Ring ends up having an easy mode or not, I'm gonna respect the will of the developer. Like, if they feel like an easy mode doesn't deserve to be in this game because they, you know, they don't want people to be able to fall back on making their life easier, if you will, and like that's just kind of how they envision this, then that's fine. You know, and if they do add like an easy mode or something, I'll just never touch it, because that's just not how I would play a Souls game. But I guess it would potentially make it more accessible to other players, and that's not a bad thing either. Whatever the developers want to do with this game, you know, I'll support their decision and respect that they made the decision that they made based on the type of game they wanted to make, instead of wanting to dictate, you know, the terms and whatnot. Yeah, I guess that's my answer to that. There's always going to be some of that criticism, I suppose, but I think the identity of Souls games is very clear, and I think they're likely going to stick to that with Elden Ring, but you never know, I guess. Let's see. D. Matthews, Yong, what are you looking forward to most about this game? What kind of surprises would you like to see? The change of its structure, the fact that it is kind of the most open world kind of Souls game. You know, like Dark Souls 3 especially became very linear, I think. Like Dark Souls 1 felt a lot more maze. Like Dark Souls 3, just they linearized the level design a bit more. But yeah, that's not to say that there weren't expansive open spaces, but Sekiro also felt kind of more expansive in its open world design, but Elden Ring really takes it to a whole new level. So seeing how placing this type of game in this kind of setting and this kind of genre and environment, how that's going to affect the gameplay flow and loop. And I'm looking forward to just like you know, a variety of builds that will encourage me to replay the game. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Elden Ring gameplay, 15 minutes. Peggy 16.
Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. In this video, we'll show some footage of our new action RPG, Elden Ring.
Oh.
We hope it helps to convey a little of this title's mood and gameplay. Elden Ring is set here, in the lands between.
Looks colorful. More so than
This
Dark
is
Souls.
a site of grace, acting as a place of rest for the player. Occasionally, grace
Bonfire.
will manifest rays of guiding light.
Ah. So that's how you track the main quest.
Of course, we're free to choose whether to follow this guidance.
Ooh, that was a
or head off
smooth.
to explore in a different direction.
Some wildlife. Smooth transition into horseback. Enemies roaming the open world map that you can decide to engage or just, you know, move past. That's interesting. I wonder what happens if, like, what's the reward for beating that encounter? Ah! Look away for 2 seconds. Oh, here comes that bumps. Now the volume is all of a sudden really low. Whoa. Got some cool magic-based options. Oh man, the horseback gameplay during boss battle looks really neat. Like, that's definitely new. Oh!
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello?
Oh, okay, so
Please,
it's...
anyone?
There is, you know, off the beaten path content.
Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here.
Not Danny Rand, I hope.
Can you help me out of this?
So, quests are...
Put those doubts to rest. I'll be just fine. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
So with this being an open world, there are going to be more obtuse side quests than ever, or quirky side quests like this, perhaps. Random encounters like this that you can stumble upon, like that's cool. This is very Dark Souls right here. Bizarre.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelt the end of me. Ah.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this vista. My lord. The fog down there. The glowing trees in the back, and then the big castle at it. Ooh, and there's the
The
map.
map can prove useful when exploring the world, and is populated by acquiring map fragments.
This is new. Souls games never had a map. But given this is...
We can use markers to customize the map, such as setting reminders for the location of crafting materials or dangerous enemies.
Yeah, given how much more sandbox and expansive this open world is, a map makes sense here. But I don't think there are maps for individual... Like,
Beacons
if that's
can
a
also
dungeon...
be placed to help with orientation.
I think dungeons you have to kind of figure out on your
Beacons
own.
placed on the map appear in the world.
Oh, right, you can, like, jump up cliffs with that.
Spirit springs can be used while on horseback to launch high into the air. This allows for stress-free traversal of areas with a great deal of verticality.
God, this looks pretty. This does look like a, you know, a dated engine, quote-unquote, compared to, like, Demon Souls Remake, because it is using the, essentially a last-gen engine, but, again, the art direction more than makes up for it, in my opinion. Oh, the horse has got a little double jump. That's adorable. A little sparkle with the second jump. I'm getting some Metal Gear Solid 5 vibes right now, which I didn't expect to say about a Souls game.
The carriage over there is carrying treasure. An opportunity too good to pass up.
Get to scout
We'll
enemy
prepare for
encampments.
combat with some item crafting, using materials found in the world.
Crouch, the stealth crouch right there. And stealth, there is like stealth in... Oh, yeah, he's going full stealth. Stealth was introduced in Sekiro. Nothing super extensive per se, but... oh, wow. This guy is...
Enemy stance can be broken with heavy strikes, such as when attacking from above.
Oh, man.
A variety of unique attacks can also be interchanged between weapons.
Yeah, there's some really cool attacks that I'm seeing here, like that little beam from the sword. What was that right there? And I imagine every weapon type has different movesets and...
In more perilous situations, we can summon spirits to assist us in battle.
Right.
Spirits vary greatly in type, so we look forward to players experimenting and finding their personal favorites.
That seems really cool, and I guess there's your quote-unquote easy mode, if you will. Like, you can make an easy mode that isn't strictly an easy mode. It's just like a feature that you can use to make your life easier. Oof, and where are we now? Another bonfire. Oh, that's another player.
Online multiplayer can also be enjoyed with players from other worlds.
Hell yeah.
From cooperative to PvP and invasions.
This I'm looking forward to. Got a couple friends who love these types of games, so definitely playing co-op. Okay, this game seems more forgiving with fall damage, which, you know, I'm kind of glad about, personally.
Deadly creatures stalk this forest, so we'll use stealth to avoid detection.
God, I'm getting almost like Skyrim vibes right now, which is really interesting. For, you know, like a Souls-like, or a... yeah, Souls-like, I guess. Elden Ring. A Soulsborne ring.
We've come across a boss guarding this area. We'll take it on with the help of our co-op partner.
Oh, these bosses will just grant one of the, you know, like side bosses or side quest bosses. Whoa, what is that spell? Whoa, some of these spells are so cool. Oh, what? Oh. This is a visual feast, huh? Is this 1080p right now? It is. There's a lot of compression going on there. Yeah, some of those abilities and spells and whatever, like, I want to experiment with that. Somebody asked, I don't get why this game looks like it's last gen, because it was developed for last gen, and then it's still using the last gen engine. It's not, you know, Demon Souls remake engine or anything. But I imagine this is going to be the last cross-generation / last generation FromSoft game.
Catacombs, caves, mines, and other dungeons can be found while out exploring the world.
Oh, man. Yeah, this feels like...
These dungeons each hold their own secrets, from hidden treasures to fearsome bosses.
Souls meets Skyrim, I mean. Even this dungeon reminds me of, like, you know, where the Draugrs reside. You know, those, like, subterranean, or those massive grave-like... Ah, invisible walls! Illusory walls, whatever you want to call them. Is that Mimic? Okay. You never know. I'm sure Mimics will come back. they'll make a return. This is a very chill gameplay demonstration. Very zen and atmospheric. Use the force. Oh. Looked like a force ghost.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Oh.
I offer you an accord.
I see what she did there. Okay, bad joke.
We've reached Stormveil Castle,
Ooh.
a large-scale dungeon which connects seamlessly with the surrounding Limgrave region.
That's gorgeous. Again, the art direction triumphs the fact that it's a last-gen game.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected. Fair enough. You certainly don't have to trust me. Well, if you must go through the gates, I'll signal them to open. But of course, I'd advise against it.
This player's like, by suggesting that, you've not only cheated the game, you've cheated yourself. No shortcuts, baby. Front entrance.
Open the gates.
This is a gamer TM. Ooh, yeah. All right. Hey, buddy. What were you saying about that other
the
back
main route
entrance?
seems risky, so we'll try entering through a back way.
Yeah, no, that's the classic Souls experience. Whoa, my God! These abilities look so cool. Like in other Souls games, spells feel kind of very basic, but here there's cool visual effects. But they put a lot more thought into these spells.
Extra care should be taken when moving through dungeons, as visibility and terrain differ from when in the open. We hope players enjoy getting a feel for the different types of areas and coming up with suitable strategies for each.
Oh, been there, done that. What? Oh, that's a boss? God, they really are emphasizing the open world and, you know, that level of freedom aspect of this game. And it's so cool to have like a Skyrim-esque kind of Souls experience. And there's some Sekiro vibes with how some of the stealth seems to work. I'm gonna miss the
Dungeons are complex and multi-layered, meaning
shot.
they can be tackled from a number of routes.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormveil Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
There are definitely going to be more NPCs and more dialogue than there's ever been in a Souls game. That's for sure. Usually, like, side quests in Dark Souls game are kind of sparsely spread out. There are going to be a lot more NPCs and, like, just side stuff to find in the open world, so just it means meeting more people, you know. And oh, there's the fog door.
In this next boss fight, we challenge one of the demigods, ruler of Stormveil, Godric the Golden.
No biggie. Love, like, the gold effect of that fog. Oh, is this the guy who goes, foul tarnished?
Mighty dragon. Thou the true
Oh, no.
born heir.
Oh, wait, actually.
Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights.
Maybe?
Well,
Oh, yep, it's him. Foul tarnished. Maybe. No?
be tarnished. Plain as a lord,
Yeah, yeah.
I command thee.
Oh, no, he's the I command the kneel. Wait, are they this? I don't know.
I am the lord of all that is golden.
Am I confused? Did with somebody else's style. Whatever. It's a boss. Ah, the music. Whoa. What was like a counter going on there? Oh, man. These bosses are gonna look... They're looking super brutal. Holy crap. That's badass. That is metal as fuck. Oh, jeez.
Thank you for watching.
No!
This was just a brief introduction to Elden Ring's fundamentals, but more details will be revealed at a later date. There's not long to go now before release. In the meantime, we greatly appreciate your continued support.
The tarnished will soon return.
One more little trailer. Close it off.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
That's what I was thinking of.
They will fight. And they will die. For how else is a champion to be born?
Man, that's a brutal animation. Well, there you go. February 25th, 2022. Pre-order now, and I'm assuming there's nothing after this, but that's Elden Ring. That's a preview, at least. Now, it's worth noting that there's going to be a lot of Elden Ring coverage coming up, and I'm going to be doing some of that coverage, so you'll definitely hear more about Elden Ring in the coming days. I believe at this point I'm allowed to say that there's going to be some, like, hands-on stuff happening for some outlets, and so I'm going to be playing this game and letting you know sometime in the near future you know, just what my experience was like, and I believe I can show you footage as well. I don't know, I have to look over the the guidelines surrounding all that, but there's coverage happening. So this is definitely just the beginning. This month in particular is going to be a lot of Elden Ring stuff. And, you know, for the people who got into the network test, they're actually going to be able to play the game, you know, for those chosen. For the chosen tarnished. But I'm excited. Honestly, it feels like they, by opening up the Souls formula into this open world setting, and enhancing a lot of things, and like the spells especially really impressed me. It feels like this is going to be mechanically very similar, obviously, to Souls games, but structurally just refreshing in how much more expansive it is, and it's going to be just a different kind of experience. So it's yeah, they're trying something, I wouldn't say entirely new, but just for a Souls game, they're delving into territories they've not delved before, and I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I'm excited. I think the only complaint, generally the complaint that I'm seeing is, you know, the graphics, but Souls games have never been about, like, they've always triumphed through art direction, and I feel like so far they're gonna, from what I've seen, it seems like this game will continue that trend. Oh, somebody says keep watching, dude. Oh, collector's edition. Ah, dang, my wallet is crying. Oh, with the helmet, the life-size helmet, 1-to-1 scale. Okay, wallet, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to kick you in the balls for this one. Standard edition, deluxe edition, so digital art books, stuff like that. Nothing terrible. Thank you for watching. All right, that's it, right? That's it for real. Okay, that's it for real. D. Matthews in the super chat says, we saw a giant sword summoning ghosts, mounted combat, and kamehamehas. I've never played a From Software game, but this is gonna be the first. Yeah, I mean, this is a good place to jump in because Elden Ring is disconnected from the other, you know, Souls-born games. This is its own separate thing, so this is as good a place to start as any. And if you like Elden Ring, I'd recommend going back and playing some of the Souls games. Sekiro is a very different kind of Souls game. Because it's more parry-based than dodge-based, but yeah, I mean, that's cool. The fact that I love the traction that Elden Ring is gaining, because especially with, you know, George R. R. Martin's name attached to it, because it's going to introduce just a host of new people to this kind of game, which, you know, isn't as bad as people make it out to be. It's not so hard and punishing that, you know, I think the reputation that Souls games have is a little bit exaggerated. There comes a point where these kinds of games just eventually click, and once you get to that point where you understand just the feel of the game and what is demanded of you and the reward that comes with overcoming these challenges, you're gonna get hooked to it, and you're gonna become pretty badass at these types of games. Like I've gotten pretty good at, you know, like just choreographing enemies' attacks, being able to anticipate them. Like once you've played a Souls game, once you've played Souls games and play games like Sekiro especially, I feel like other action games become so much easier, you know. But it's not as insurmountable as some people make it out to be. Christian Rice, thank you for the generous contribution there. But yeah, for those who are just tuning in, the presentation's over. We're just hanging out. I'm just gonna chat for a bit. But I guess I don't have much else to say other than I'm just super pumped for this. This is looking like a really cool evolution of the formula. And I guess my hope is that the open world format doesn't somehow ruin the compelling gameplay loop that the Soulsborne genre is known for, and that they didn't make things too easy with the introduction of these, you know, the ghosts you can summon, though you can choose to ignore that mechanic too, you know, so if you just want to keep it that way, so there are options. And certain spells look really powerful. I hope they manage to balance that out. I'm assuming there's, you know, like a mana type of resource you have to conserve or keep an eye out for. And certain spells, you know, look like it took some time to like cast, right? So it leaves you vulnerable, and that seems to be a disadvantage to be mindful of. So there's stuff like that that makes me not worry too much about it. That castle, though, says Flynn John. Yeah, right. Just like from the outside looking up at it, man, it looked gorgeous. And I mean, the castle itself, interior-wise, looks humongous to explore. So, man, David Ewing, thank you so much for the generous contribution. Damn it, Albert says, "Can we kill chaos, though?" Damn it, Albert. Well, you got to mention chaos. We can forget about chaos for 2 seconds. Just enjoy another realm. But yeah, I think this is a good place to call it. Again, some people complaining about graphics in the chat. This is for sure the last last gen game from FromSoftware. From here on out, their games have to look at least as good as Demon's Souls Remake, or, you know, even better if, you know, if that's allowed for. Smash says, "Yong, any surprise mechanics?" There are surprise mechanics you can find on my merch store, YongYea.com. The loot box shaped stress box alongside the shirt right here, the hat in the back there, the cup, and other shirt designs and everything. So if you're keen on supporting the channel, please visit YongYea.com. Every contribution goes a long way. So that's a surprise mechanic. No gambling involved with mine, for the record. Or you can also support on Patreon, where you know, I engage with you know, we do like little hangouts there every month and stuff like that, and other, you know, rewards you get depending on the tier. So, you know, there's that kind of stuff, I suppose, to just like throw in there, just to give you guys a heads up before I call it. Sugar McTweets, or Sugar McSweets. Sugar McSweet says, "Most excited for the return of Twin Blades and the fashion." Oh yeah, I'm curious to see the kinds of armor you can earn in this game, and how cool they'll look, but also how they'll affect statistically, you know, the kinds of builds you can make. I'm assuming, you know, it's going to be similar to other Souls games where the heavier the gear, the less efficient your dodges will be, but the more defense you'll have, the more hits you'll be able to take. I'm personally more of a roguish type of player. No shields, no nothing, just like go in there, quick attacks and lots of dodges, for Dark Souls games at least. But yeah, it's just the gameplay here looks tweaked enough where, I mean, it looks like you can make stealthy builds. I imagine stealth isn't going to be the center of this game's gameplay mechanics. It's sort of an addition to it, but I imagine, yeah, like you can't go full stealth mode. You know, this is an Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. Thank you for those who tuned in. Thank you for watching, as it says right here. I'm excited for this game, and thank you for sharing your excitement with me. And let's share this excitement and hope that this game turns out as good as it, you know, to me at least, looks right now, come February. But again, it's just great to see that they're doing these kinds of tests early, with the network test coming up later this month. So that gives me confidence. But I'll be sure to, you know, let you know what I think of this game once I get my hands on it. Look forward to that content. And until then, you know, to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on YongYea. I'll see you guys next time. Yong out. Peace. See you guys later.